When some people get into relationships, they wrap their whole life and their whole identity around the other person. You lose your sense of self.
Your sense of identity.
Your sense of identity.
Your sense of individuality.
What are your dreams? Well, it depends on what my husband wants. What people want to do for the weekend? Well, it depends on my husband's plans. When you wrap your entire life around the other person, you have lost your sense of self. You should still be able to say, I would like to do so and so.
KJ, you need to understand that no matter where we take it to, men in relationship are leaders.
There are some cases where this closeness becomes like surveillance. It's like you are saying you are close to me, but it's just like you are checking. I stand up. Where are you going? I sit down. Are you not going again? Do you understand?
I'm on the phone. Who are you talking to?
Who are you talking to? You understand? Outside of marriage, it becomes like you get to that point where it's like excuse me, we're not even married. Why are you so in my space? Why are you so in my life?
Let's go. Hello everyone and welcome back to Common Sense for Relationships. My name is Anietie Bature and on this show we bring you valuable information to help you make better decisions in your lives and in your relationships. Very important. With me on the show today is my husband, Kingsley Bature.
Yeah, hello everyone, and I'm here. I'm always glad to be here because I know that once we come on air, you're going to learn something that is going to change both your life and the lives of the people that come in contact with yours. So it's a good time to share the link, leave a comment. Today is going to be exciting as always. We don't do boring on this show, so look forward to having engaging conversation. Over to you.
I like how deep your voice sounds today.
You get why.
Meanwhile, I have to say welcome. And all of you who keep on logging in to watch the show week in, week out. We really appreciate you. From all over the world. Yes.
We have gone global. We're seeing you all, and we're just trying to say we see you and we celebrate you. Keep coming, keep sharing the link, keep getting the word out, because you are the answer to somebody's prayer.
Oh, yes. Really important. And speaking of answers, the solution just might come with you sharing this link. So please share the link to people in your network, people you know need this information. And as we go through the show and you hear something hot and spicy and something of value, please send us the like, the thumbs up and everything. We love to get that feedback from you. I would like now to introduce our co-hosts. The people that are with us on this wonderful show today. And I'll start with KJ.
All right, it's your favorite beardless guy on the show. Don't laugh. Yeah, we bring value, and I'm here to bring it to you as it is hot.
All right, and yo, ma Ogidiyama.
Everyone, welcome to my happy place. I'm looking forward to having an amazing time tonight, and I'm happy that you're here.
You look happy.
I'm happy.
And finally, Uche Ihoye.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to be here again, and I'm happier that I know that you guys are there too to enjoy this beautiful ride we're about to have. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you all on the show today.
And talking about the show today, before we dive into it, there was someone that asked the question last week in the comment section, and the person asked the question of how did they put that question? Micro
cheating.
Micro cheating. I had to go and research it too. I said, you guys, in this modern day of relationship, what are you guys doing? I said, all of this is what what is really going on?
I think it's interesting when we just give names to stuff, right? So I can imagine somebody's doing one away match here, another away match there, and tries to play it down, and then they say it's micro cheating.
So let's ask the young guys that are not KJ, Yoma. What is
I'm trying to rack my brains here. Okay, micro is micro, which is
really tiny, really small.
low skill,
Low key.
low key cheating?
Cheating on the
On the
low,
low key.
on low key. Or the cheating is not so big, you know.
Or is it
it's a
possible?
familiar cheating.
Or is it possible that you are cheating and you don't even know?
Hey, my God.
Maybe that's it.
It could be actually because it happened to me.
Ah, KJ has gone.
No, but
No, carry on. No, KJ,
Let's
go on.
I'm
Express yourself.
I can express myself, right? It's a safe space, right?
Yes.
I'm in a relationship with someone, and all of a sudden the person got angry because she saw that I liked some other person's picture
Ha.
on Instagram. And as far as she's concerned,
That's micro cheating.
I have cheated.
So
And I didn't know.
so that could be cheating without knowing you've cheated.
So that's probably micro
Micro
cheating.
cheating.
Because I didn't know.
So that means
Like
everybody has to define
what cheating
what.
is.
Yes, because I mean, if somebody calls liking another person's
Wow.
picture
Picture
cheating,
Cheating.
you know when we
Label.
yes, so you have used cheating, which has been used historically in a particular context. You've brought it all the way down to something as simple as liking another person's picture. Eventually, what's going to happen? Cheating will just be just another word, and so I will say, "Oh, she cheated. Oh, she cheated." So for one person, it is this, he went to sleep with somebody. For another person, it's liking picture. It just doesn't make any sense.
Around the opposite side.
I can't help but wonder if that is cheating. That means when the person eventually cheats, I mean, they generally accept it.
What do you call
You can
it?
tell somebody he has committed murder.
Exactly. Yes, actually.
This person blocked me
Yeah,
on Instagram for liking another girl's picture. And I'm like, I didn't know. So when I told my younger brother, because I told him, me and this girl were having a fight, and what happened? I'm like, I like somebody. It sounded silly.
But
to
who
me.
did you? Whose picture? Wait.
Yoma, don't go there.
Whose
Whose
picture?
picture is
I
it?
don't
Yoma,
know.
don't go there.
I think I remember that we not introduce the topic for today.
Yes. Okay.
It's time to get back to we know what we're actually talking about.
Because the place that Yoma is going like this. Let's
Remember down the carry us
where we don't know. But at least that person that asked that question, you know that we are reading the comments and we are responding to them. So you guys, please keep sending the messages. And just like my wife has shared, I think she kind of captured the essence of that question. Let's do away with labels, right? And I think that's maybe we will talk about it in today's topic in some way. There are certain things that we just do in relationships that actually choke the life out of relationship because we just put a label and it just becomes difficult to shift or even wiggle in relationships. And that's why today's topic is quite interesting. It says, help, I can't breathe.
All right. Okay, help, I can't breathe. And I'm sure you're wondering, okay, what's that about? Yes, today we're looking into space in relationships. We're looking into personal space, both physical and psychological, and all the different types of space that people need. And we're looking into how people go about their relationships, whether they are single or they are married. And we're checking, how do you maintain that sanity, that balance, that peace, without rocking the boat of your relationship. And then we're going to drill down to the facts. If someone says, I need space, is it bad?
What are they really saying?
Do you understand? What are they saying? And is it wrong for someone to say, I need space when you're in a relationship with them or when you are married to them? All right, so let's get this ball rolling and we will send that ball straight to the singles. Our singles, KJ and Yoma, please help us out. So what's going on in Yipo space? This whole stuff of I need space.
Lady, would you like to go first? Or should I?
Yeah, I think you should go.
I should go. See, the thing is, me, I'm inexperienced with this one. but then I'm thinking about it now. Generally, requesting for space in a relationship shouldn't be a bad idea. It shouldn't be. But apparently, in my generation, requesting for space in a relationship is equivalent to breakup.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, it's just a fancy way of saying, "Whoa,
I don't tire.
Or let me try something else.
let me try something." So as not to totally shatter the person's heart, they just say, "Give me space." And if you always notice, whenever they say that thing, "Give me space," there is no boundary. It doesn't have a boundary. It's not like, "Oh, give me space for 3 weeks. Or give me space for the next 2 days." Or, "Why are you having the space?" Or, "Give me space so I can go reevaluate what it is we are doing." Or, "Give me space for some." It's just give me space.
So it's not defined.
So it's not defined. There's no so what is the modus operandi for having the space need? And how do you go about having this as in
I don't like the idea of space.
Hmm.
So I love space, but I don't like space. Let me explain.
Okay.
Explain.
So I feel that we should be. Is there any word like special in our relationship? Do you understand? I
English?
feel like
SPATIAL.
if we're in a relationship, especially when we're not married, there should be space for me to breathe, to be me. I can be very clingy, but I still like my
me.
to be right. So even though I'm a very clingy person when I like someone, but I still would want to give I'll be intentional about giving him his space, and I would also like to take my space because I think over the years I built a lot around my life. I have my empire, I have my things that I do, I have my business, I have ministry, I have a life. So I don't want every person to just come on. So I love to have the space, like naturally now, day to day. But I'm not a fan of I need to go somewhere and come back. I'm honestly not a fan.
So
I don't think it's wrong. I don't know how it works for other
what if
people.
the person is choking you emotionally, not just physically? The person is choking you emotionally, is choking you physically, is choking, like the person is just there. And that's how the person expresses
their love language.
That's what I'm saying. So we will be going in and out of the relationship.
Is this what
Something
you
has
is
to
this what you call what you define as clingy?
Clingy.
Didn't you just define
Not clingy in name.
clingy?
So I can be very, I'm this very person. My dad sports me. So I literally sat on my father's lap till I was like 13. So I can be very chummy, right? I can be very, but I still like space. So that's not
the space we are talking about.
There's clingy.
This space is as a result of
I think we'll
Clingy
end up
choking.
needing to
Define.
define causes of this. The space, I think everybody understands what giving space is, but we need to know what are the different reasons why
or in what
people
context.
what do you think could make a person want to say,
I've
give
given
me
you
space?
I've given you one. When they're looking.
Because I'm so happy we are all saying different things. I mean, we are not really. You said you're not experiencing it, and she's saying she's clingy. But in my own case, my wife travels literally, and you know some of my friends. You can now call his name in this day. It's like my home is not home, despite my children being there. I'm not even joking. I feel something has left me.
When your wife travels.
Yes, when she travels for work and all that. So
where I am.
it's not how I wish I can not do that. I wish I can, but you see, I don't want to ever come home and she's not there. Maybe because we've built a routine, daily routine around one. I mean, everything happening here. I'm going back home to go and tell her. So who do you want me to go back to? To go and gist. I mean, earlier on the show behind the scene, I said my ears had heard some things. I can do without sharing it here. But how do I sleep without telling my wife? And there are things you don't
Is she
tell.
watching? Can she
There are
hear
things
this?
you don't tell. They are not sweet when the person is over the phone. For example, I text her. We already know that, babe, I get gist for you. It's different from, babe, I have premium gist. Premium gist cannot
levels to the gist.
Yes,
premium
now.
gist cannot be given over, and we don't rush. Once she hears the word premium. Or I hear,
We'll wait.
Nobody's going to tell you. Nobody's going to tell you, oh, give me keyword. Give me no. We know it really needs
Has to
It's
wait.
juicy gist.
So,
Suspense.
considering all of this, I can't relate to that needing space in my relationship.
So, but when you're, let me ask you a question.
Space.
When you are,
You define it, sha.
when you are together,
Okay.
right? When you're in the house
Okay.
together, you're spending a day together.
Okay.
There are times
Like
that
the
she's
last
in the
3 months,
bedroom,
we've
or
been
you're
together.
downstairs, or she's somewhere else. But you're in the house together, right? That's what I believe is the regular space. But the not being around or not being like, if you travel, I'm gonna miss you. That's me.
So wait. So
But if you are with me, I
think
can
we
be in
need
the
to
room.
define the
let's
different types of
sorry,
spaces.
in this context,
That's-
what I think
Which context now? So
in
that
this
we get-
this needing space, to define the
Okay,
context
okay,
that this
okay,
needing
okay,
space fits in, is I define it as I see it as when someone has been emotionally burdened with a
from
lot
work,
from work,
Life.
life in general.
So it I feel like it's different for the married people, and it's different for the singles as well. So for the singles, it ranges from different a lot of unnecessary things that happen. Some
Let
some
me,
are
let me
necessary,
jump
some
in.
are
So,
not.
KJ, this thing of when someone is burdened with life and then you now need space, I don't understand. I don't get it.
You can't know.
So when you're burdened
Jump
with
to
life,
anything. Something came to my mind as we were talking. Please, as singles, what space are we even talking about here? Because you don't need to need space.
You should have
sleeping in the
space.
same-
You should have
on the
You
space.
same
should have
bed.
space if you're
No,
single.
this
no, space
Oh.
from the relationship.
Yes,
That's what
eh.
I'm saying. So what kind of space can
From
you
the
put in?
relationship, don't call me for a
Do
while.
what?
So normally
Don't
someone
call me for a while.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
when we talk
Thank
about
you,
this
like,
thing,
we're
I'm not expecting any single to actually be asking for space.
Remember at the beginning, I said, it's okay. It should be okay to ask for space. You understand? For instance, let's paint a scenario here.
Yes, sir.
One party in a relationship is being stressed by maybe family issues. Okay, his mom is not feeling well. His younger sister is not getting to school. There's just problem in the house and all of that. You get, and then there's this person you're in a relationship with who is not emotionally sensitive to what you're going through, but the person keeps demanding.
You did not call me.
You did not call me. You did not do this. You did not do that. I'm going through stuff. You're not seeing it, but you're sure demanding. At that point, it can be.
Yeah.
So that's the one I have a problem
Yeah.
with.
So you I think it would.
Let me take.
That's the one I
Yeah,
have
I
a
think it's
problem
a good
with.
time to define this thing. So let's read a definition online. It says space in a relationship means providing each other with personal freedom to pursue individual interests, hobbies, friendships, fostering personal growth and maintaining a sense of
It's what
self.
starts
So
with
you
space.
please take note of that last part. Maintaining a sense of self. So if you look at this definition, you have to look at the different aspects of it. First of all, there's the part where you're allowing the person freedom. Freedom is really important because the fact that you have come into somebody's life should not take away their freedom. They should still be able to make decisions. They should still be able to choose. They should still be able to explore their preferences, right? They should still be able to go about their business, school, work, taking care of family, like KJ just talked about, and so on. And then the other part, which is maintaining a sense of self. So when some people get into relationships, they wrap their whole life and their whole identity around the other person. You lose your sense of self.
Your sense of identity.
Your sense of identity.
Your sense of individuality.
What are your dreams? Well, it depends on what my husband wants. What do people want to do for the weekend? Well, it depends on my husband's plans. When you wrap your entire life around the other person, you have lost your sense of self. You should still be able to say, I would like to do so and so. Oh, okay, well, let's do movie night. What movie do you want to watch? I would like to. You should be able to say, I want to watch a rom-com, for instance, or I want to watch a K-drama. Or what the other person says, I want action. I want things to be exploding. Maintain your identity, your uniqueness. Then you can say, okay, let's do yours today and then do mine tomorrow or something. Do you understand? The things you want to do with your life, your ambitions, your dreams, they shouldn't die because you are in a relationship.
I like the definitions that you have given. So you have addressed in a few things about why we have this choking effects in relationship. And you have talked about the loss of individuality, when just because we're in a relationship I can't find myself anymore, so it chokes. We have talked about unmet expectations, when it feels like I'm going through all I'm going through, like the example that KJ gave, but the person is still trying to say, you are not thinking about me, you are not calling me, you are not so the person is not. So on one hand you have the expectation that this person should be sensitive. On the other hand, there is the fact that the person is saying, you are not giving me the care that I need. So you have addressed those two things. The third part that I also feel is that is when this closeness, Yoma spoke about being clingy. Now there are some cases where this closeness becomes like surveillance, becomes like you are saying,
Monitoring spirits.
yes, thank you. It's like monitoring spirits. Do you understand? It's like you are saying you are close to me, but it's just like you are checking. I stand up. Where are you going? I sit down. What? Are you not going again? Do you understand?
I'm on the phone. Who are you
Who
talking
are you
to?
talking to? You understand? These are, and then the context now completely turns on its head when you look at it outside of marriage. Outside of marriage, it becomes like you get to that point where it's like, excuse me, we're not even married. Why are you so in my space? Why are you so in my life? What exactly are we doing? And so you find relationships begin to choke because of that. And then, but so I will talk about it. So in my perspective, um, and this is me speaking for myself, in a marital relationship, I cannot do without space. I'm one of those guys that sometimes when my wife and my kids say they are going out, I go like, yes.
And then we go like, yes, he's not coming.
You understand?
The feeling is mutual.
You get. And everybody is, because I just sometimes I actually literally leave the house and go away for
Yeah.
2-3 days just so that I can reset. Because I'm very passionate about what I do, I can go into overdrive
Yes.
sometimes, and that now spills into my other relationships. So when I begin to notice those
Actually, when we notice it for him, because the signs are there, and this is the part where you need to understand the person you're married to. So I'm talking about couples now.
yeah.
You're married to someone, and if you are paying attention to them, you can observe that, okay, he's fine, he's not so fine, he's not fine, he's getting cranky, it seems something is wrong. Okay, I think he needs a break. And then you say, I think you should take some time, maybe go somewhere. And for my husband, it's not just disconnecting and staying in the house. No, leave the house. So he might go to a resort somewhere, or find a place where he can be without the different things that are causing the tension. I mean, and it could be things like maybe when the kids are much younger, just the everything, or it could be work pressures, demands in business and stuff like that, that's just coming so much at once. But if you are going to now be saying, where are you going to? So you're leaving us. What? That means you are not interested in this guy's well-being. Because if you are, then you will know, I think he needs a timeout. So let's give it to him. So sometimes he's still going, and I have to be the one to encourage him that I think you need a timeout. It's time to do that thing you usually do. But the funny part, when he goes, because I have maintained my sense of self, oh, I can create an entire program for myself. Even if the kids are not around, I can actually create an entire program. Okay, this is what I'll do, then I'll do this, then I'll do that, then I'll do that. So I maximize the time when he's not around for my own stuff while he's doing his own. So it's really important that you understand your unique relationship and define how you guys will make it work when it comes to things about everything, including space.
So I guess I can throw it back to our co-host to say, for singles and other relationships.
So basically, on this issue, I think what I'd like to present is this: study your partner I'll speak in the context of marriage. I'll leave them to actually talk about that of singles. So in the context of marriage, study your husband, study your wife. Is he the type that gets stressed and he just wants a timeout to go and actually think about, men hardly multitasks. So you can't be thinking romance, you can't be wanting to download how your day went to such a man at that point if he's the one that wants time. And you discover that after a few hours, he has figured out what he needs to figure out and he'll become his normal self. Or if it's the woman, is she the type that wants to run? She's stressed from work, maybe not meeting deadlines, family is calling and all of that. Is she the type that wants to come back to you and come and vent all of those to you? And then because that is not your style, you're telling her, you know what, take out time and see. It won't work. She needs to vent it to you. She might not need you to provide solution, but just sit there.
She just wants to listen.
Rub her hair or head, depending on what she just likes. So it's definitely peculiar to individuals. For some men, when they are stressed, they just want to have some coitus and, release some tension and all of that, and their brain will reboot.
Knacking.
Whereas some other men,
He tried to be civil. Why are you spoiling it here?
so they want to have sex civil way. They want to knock. I don't know. My boss said it, so it cannot be not civil. So, and for some other men, you can't be touching them when they are going through stress. You think
it's irritating.
I've been in a situationship where I was going through something. I lost someone really, really close to me. And this girl not even situationship, she was just a friend who was getting too close. And in the process of trying to console me, oh no, I was really shattered. It was death. And she was like, oh, so sorry, this one, that one, and this one. And of all the times to try to maybe, her best way of actually, she thought she could actually help me was to offer herself for me to have
It's a living
sex.
sacrifice.
And at that point, no, really, it's a real life story, you understand? And at that point, it pissed me off further because shouldn't you be respecting the dead? This is someone that really, really mattered to me. And you're trying to.
She's emotionally.
You understand? No, I understand. So she knew. All I'm saying is, maybe she was an opportunist. Actually, the sex had been in her mind all along. She was trying to help.
She was trying to help.
It was a low moment, a weak point.
Find out how they want to is it the stress? Is it one like that?
Yeah.
Find out what works for them and please do it. If they are the type that want to have sex at that moment, don't expect that man at that point of maybe he's the type that wants to have sex. Don't expect him to come and start working your body to prepare it in the mood and all of. No, that's not the time. He just wants to be stressed. So do the traditional man's tap.
Missionary and move on.
And he comes and he sleeps. And all of that. That's basically what I think.
That depends on the problem. There are problems that sex cannot fix. But
that's what he said. That's what he said.
That's basically what I said.
For me, I would say it all boils down to communication. Yes, beyond observing or knowing what works for your partner, communication is also key. Because honestly, if we communicate effectively in our relationships, we will solve like 80 to 90% of our problems.
I agree completely.
All right?
I agree.
So if you're not speaking, don't expect me.
KJ, wait, KJ. What I'm trying to say is when you are saying communication here, when you're saying not speaking, are you meaning that that part where a number of ladies try to make you figure it out? Is that what you mean by not speaking?
The part where you try to make, or when you think I am the Holy Spirit that will figure it out. I'm not. I'm human.
I think that KJ is lazy.
I'm not lazy.
Let me put it right, because what she's calling lazy, while you were talking, I was actually going to say something before our host actually came up with what he said. KJ, you need to understand that no matter where we take it to, men in relationship are leaders.
Of course.
And part of leading starts with, before you employ someone, you should have criteria. The person should be able to do this. The person must have this. The person must. Before you get into a relationship, know the kind of woman you cannot stand. Don't bring her in. And you guys are dating, maybe not mistakenly, my mom said people don't mistakenly have sex. And maybe you bring in sex into the relationship and your brain is already turning. You're addicted to her for some other reasons. but you know very well she's not good in communicating her feelings to you. And then you're being that person that wants the sex but does not want to figure her out. No. Make sure that you define the kind of woman, and when you see the type you don't want, be man enough to walk away. I figured from how you were speaking, and she picked it too, that you're that man that is as if your current relationship, maybe she's even that type that wants figuring, because you look exhausted when you were saying that. No, that's actually the truth. If she's making you figure it out, bro, don't think.
So here's how I see it.
Because what if she never changes for eternity? Which is most likely.
When we say figure it out, right? Let's understand.
That's what he was at. I think he was trying to.
Let's understand something. So,
what do you mean by figuring it out?
if someone comes home, let me ask you a question. Let me do this next question. If someone you're close to comes home and they've had a bit of a bad day, would you think that you would notice, or you just be chippy?
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
Would you
figuring
notice?
it out totally is a bad idea. Of course, there are certain things. If Yoma walks in here with a frowny face, I will know that something is wrong. I should be able to figure out that, oh, Yoma is not feeling well or she's stressed. There are levels to these things. But again,
By the time you start asking questions, right?
Exactly. Are you okay? Oh, you seem like something is wrong or something. And if you're like nothing.
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 I want to be, so for me, maybe you should not call me mommy water, but I want to be able to, like, I'm good, especially when I'm upset, right? I think it's romantic.
Really?
Okay. Oh my goodness. Wait, wow, I'm not landed.
That's what many ladies will tell you.
I'm not landed. Wait,
They are saying stuff and they mean continue. When they say nothing, it's my problem.
I'm not going to tell you guys I'm not going to be a liar on this show. So there are times that I can, like, I'm strong enough to say this is this, that is that. There are times I can say, oh, this is what I need from you right now. But there are times
Did you see the
where
with which she's about to introduce that part you don't like?
Where I'm just like, for example, you upset me, right? And then you're like, oh, are you upset? I'm like, no, we're good. But I want you to know that we're not good. I want you to know. I want to wait until one day, though. I want to wait first. Let me explain. It's just me, I'm not saying that that's the rule, but I want you to know that we're not good. And I want you to see sometimes it's just the game of love where you be like, no, babe, I don't think we're good. And I'm like, no, we're good. I'm not hungry. And then, maybe you get me some flowers, and then eventually I'm now blood.
Flowers on top of you not wanting to answer questions.
No.
In
sincerity.
I have a question for Yoma too.
I have a question for Yoma. This question can be a bit triggered, but try and understand where I'm coming from. Now, when you guys are going through your stuff, your August visitation.
Yeah, can you say exactly what you mean?
When you guys are having your menstruation.
Okay.
The period.
You get. And you guys have multiple
hormones. Yeah.
Running at that moment. Where you yourself don't even know what you want. You don't know if you want space or if you want him there.
No, I know I want space.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing.
So that's so funny. That's when I'll communicate, because that won't be fair.
God bless you. You see, that's where I'm coming from. That's the part. That's my frustration. Do you understand? And I'm pretty sure there are ladies out there who are watching this thing who understand what I'm saying. Talking about space, when you are going through that stuff at that moment, what exactly do you want? How am I supposed to figure it out?
So let me tell you, no, calm down, breathe. So I'm not a witch. I'm not a witch, and my man is my baby, so I'm looking out for him as well. Right? So at the point where I really need space, I will communicate. Because that will be wickedness, and I'm not trying to hurt this person. But the one that I'm playing game, I will play ball.
She has made that point. But KJ, I also want to chip in something for the single guys and even for the married, okay? You see this initial, how do I figure out when she's on menstruation and hormonal issues are happening and all of that, and from work and all that. If after, correct me if I'm wrong, our host, our experience 18 years. But I don't think 4 years down the line, you should still be having issues knowing the face she makes when it's menses, and the face she makes when you are the cause, and the face she makes. You should be able to figure her out years down the line.
So I have been able to narrow down my confusion of what I just said. Yeah? My whole confusion about the whole communication thing and space thing is within the borders of that their monthly visitation. Because that's the time I'm most confused.
Yeah, so I'm just basically saying that women, come on, be sensitive. Thank God that we had that whole conversation about men and how they are also human beings.
Yeah.
So you should be sensitive enough to know when it's playtime and this guy is playing. You should also be sensitive enough to know when you're killing him and you should stop and you should open your mouth and speak.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Bless you.
Yeah, that's
Thank you,
great.
ma'am. That's actually a good one.
That's a good one.
I think we should look into this other part where sometimes people use this whole thing of I'm going on a break or I need a break as a way to manipulate the other person or punish the other person or even run away from the relationship without properly saying
Goodbye.
I'm breaking up with you or goodbye. Yeah. So do you guys have any thoughts on this?
I think it's cowardice if you use space to break up a relationship. If you're tired of the relationship,
You don't think it is actually? I agree with you.
if you're tired of the
Cowardice.
relationship,
Break up.
open your mouth and break up. Nobody will flog you.
Stating why you're
Stating exactly. Putting someone in a is it a limbo or what? By telling them, give me space, and then you
from the
just
space.
and
you
from
just-
the space you just
you
zone out.
disappear.
And they are on a
But
freeze.
perpetual
Most
space.
times they're even on a freeze, waiting for you.
Exactly.
To
The
come back.
person on
The
the
other
other
person is
is
waiting
Yeah.
for
for
your
you
response.
and probably wait for 2 weeks, and next thing the person comes and like, are we still on?
You now start forming
Eh,
anger.
Why should
Because
you
you're now
even do
looking
that?
for an official reason to want to break. You know, another reason why some people could actually ask for space is not because they need space. It could be because they have this other babe in one hotel. That they need to have it. So when they ask you for space, they now use the opportunity to go and collect one or two months. And then they come back and tell you, I've been
reevaluated
I think I want this relationship to. So when people are asking you for space, try to make sure you check where there's space.
That's
Which means wisdom, actually.
Yes.
I accept flowers, don't worry.
So yeah, that's it for me. Yeah, ma, what do you
That's
think?
that from us.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
really.
it. That's it from us. Our ancestors.
Yeah, interesting. I think people should just be kind to people, as in just basic kindness. See, treat that person the way you would like them to treat you, right? That scripture says, "Do unto others what you would have them do to you." And if you just use that principle in how you relate with people, you will find that you will not do that thing where you get someone to feel foolish, to feel used, to feel abused, and so on, because you would be mindful. And when you really think about it, I wouldn't like someone to do this to me. When you leave that person waiting for so long without saying specifically what this break is about, how long you need for the break, will you be back or not? Do you understand? That transparency, that honesty, that truth. When you deny the person of that and you just allow them to waste their time waiting for you, that's not a nice thing to do. And for the people who are just sitting around waiting for people indefinitely, you man, wise up now. How about you should place some value on yourself. Someone, imagine a trader who is serious about his business. Somebody will come and price your product and say, okay, I'm coming, eh? Okay, he has not dropped deposits, nothing. He just says, I'm coming. Then another person comes and says, I want to buy this 5, and it's just those 5 remaining. Do you think that trader will keep one for that guy who said, I am coming, and did not even drop a deposit?
I think it's a good place
I'm not-
to chip in this thing that you've just said, to look at what are the signs, to look out for, when you are, to know what your break is really about. There's something KJ said at the beginning, which is, a lot of these breaks are excuses that people use to just, they want to jabber, as in the relationship don't tire them, or they are bored or something, they just want to leave. They just use let's have a break as an excuse. So what are the signs that your relationship is breaking during the break? That is breaking during the break, So because sometimes you find out that if you need to look at it and say what's really going on here. I take a break from someone, and we are taking a break from the relationship, and I actually don't miss you. You understand?
Mhm.
I'm taking a break, but I don't miss you. You need to check. That's a flag
Or they
right
are
there.
taking a break from you and then you start seeing their pictures with other people.
With other people. That's a
You
flag.
know, so like what's going on?
What's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hashtag Otilo. Now, those are things to look out for. We're taking a break, but we are not.
There's no commitment. See, for me, the part that concerns me, if somebody loves you, I'm looking at the scenario of a guy saying I'm taking a break from a lady. Do you understand?
Mm.
I look
Yeah.
at it like if this guy really loves this lady, he's going to be communicating clearly so that she will not mistakenly think he's not coming back and go with somebody else.
Yes,
Do you
yes.
understand?
yes.
But if he's bold enough with his full chest to just say we need a break and off he goes,
Mama, move on.
Yeah,
no definition,
yeah,
no timeline,
yeah.
no, I just need to fix something. There's a lot going on. Once I've got this sorted, I'll be back. No, nothing like that. He's just off.
So,
Okay.
so I think for from what we have said, there is the need for understanding of who
Mhm.
your partner is. There is need for communication about what
Yes.
the goal
Very
is.
important.
What's the goal for taking a break? There's the need to understand that life itself can be very stressful, and you have to find avenues to distress, um, whether in a committed relationship like a marriage, or in a relationship that's heading towards a commitment.
Mhm.
There's the need, to define what it is we are doing, define what it is. And sometimes someone can be so in your space, or you guys can be so into each other that you actually just need space to breathe and to say, hey, what's the next level for this relationship?
Yeah.
What's the next level? Because the truth is, relationships get to a point where you, because of the connection between both of you, you outgrow the level of relationship that both of you are currently in.
Mhm.
I'll give you an example. You can be friends and friends, and
Yeah.
right, and by being friends, in the midst of being friends, something else develops,
Yeah.
and you realize that we are
Yeah.
outgrowing this friendship. At that point, you need to take a pause and take a check and do a reality check and say, hey, what's going on here? Because at that anytime a relationship outgrows the stage it is, there begins to be some kind of contention,
Tension.
some kind of tension.
Oh my
And
God.
at that point, you have to pay attention and say, what's the reason for this tension? Why is it that if I just talk, she flares up? If I did, and it's not because it's not the way it was before, or I'm just saying something and then the next thing her voice is going up, or she's saying something and it's just irritating me. We need to check what has happened. Oh, is it that I'm stressed, or is it that the relationship has grown and we have not adjusted ourselves to accommodate the next level? So at that point, some people need to take some time off, do a reality check, and find out, okay, it means that where this relationship has gotten to, we need to be either going on into marriage, or telling both of us that we are not going to marriage. Let's walk away.
Mhm.
Yeah, PK, at that point, I think space is really
Yeah.
needed and it's helpful. So there was someone that I was getting close to, what we call, we're not officially dating, right? So it was like talking stage, but the talking stage was intense. Really liked each other and it was very clear. There was no drama, everything was. And then the next thing, Baba started acting up. So me, I freed him. And what was funny, we were living in the same hostel, so we literally passed each other. I freed him.
You didn't even ask.
I did not ask him anything. I did not bother him. I just freed him.
Try to figure out what the problem.
Nope, I just left him. Do you know this guy? When this guy came back, instantly, this guy was like, please, can we date? Like he was so he took that time. And because I was not frowning either. I was not acting as if, no, I don't know why, but I just left him like, because in my head, if it's going to happen, he has to figure it out. If it's not going to happen, it's fine, right?
Where's
So,
KJ?
KJ, look at her like,
KJ, what's happening?
so he took his time, right? And I think when he had that space, he became sure of what he really wanted, and then he's back and it's like, okay, this is what I really want.
That he was space he went to get.
No, he
Or-
was space.
Or he went for someone else.
No,
And they
it was not that
rejected
kind
him.
of.
KJ.
No, I'm not thinking.
no, but KJ,
No,
KJ,
no,
those are possibilities.
They are, but
Agreed.
It's true.
yeah, no, they are. But this person, I knew where
Child of-
later, not even Charlie. Later, when he came back, I knew why he did that. I had times where the first time I spoke to his sister, he was like, So he's that kind of person that before he lets someone in his space, it takes his time. So that was why when he saw that he was really like getting attached to me, it bothered him because like, yo, this person can hurt me.
But you
And
did it. I
it's
mean,
a
I'm not
careful
concerned
guy.
about you. Why did you do it? Why did you
Because
not?
I think I studied him and I knew that
Okay, your action
he's
was
not the
based
kind
off-
of person. Well, will I say? I don't want to lie, but I think over time I knew that that's the only way to have worked. Because if I had started, Baba would have run.
So you guys eventually started dating.
Oh, we dated for a very long time, almost till we got married. So he would have run away, but we had a very solid. That gave us.
But
one of the guys.
you see what you are saying.
Like a
What KJ is not a very nice person. KJ is not a very nice person.
But that gave us a solid foundation because at that time he had.
Are you sure it was solid?
Yeah. No. What I was going to add to what Yoma said is that okay, so Yoma took one part, which is she respects space, right?
Yeah,
And
she did.
got the benefit of it. Some other people, they will weaponize it. In fact, somebody will be looking for a way to use the so he's taking space. Let me go and date somebody else so that I'll pepper him. They just weaponize it. Do you understand? So
Let me ask you a question. That time you went to Lagos, did you tell me? As in, I remember you told me, but did you tell me? Did you tell me the
I'm sorry,
reason?
love it.
Okay, so context. We were friends, right? And our friendship got to that point where it was obvious that there was more going on,
Figure out when.
right? And then you remember now that time that they called us to join that choir. Then, but he couldn't join us because you now decided to travel and go and seek the Lord's face. But I know you told me you were going to Lagos, but I'm just thinking now if you told me what exactly you were going to do.
So I said I was going to Lagos.
But we were not in a relationship then, no. So you didn't owe me anything. But I'm just checking because we were friends.
You see this show.
Okay, sorry.
You see this show.
Except from talking stage can be brought up.
Can be 18 years later, and I have to remember. Right, so right now,
Okay,
I have to sit down here and be remembering where that
Oh
I
yeah,
said.
it's okay. You don't
Oh,
have
did
to
you
answer the question. Like, but I remember what happened when you came back.
Yeah,
So
Guys,
just for the sake of gist.
guys,
So when he came back,
guys really go through a
Wait
lot.
now, this one is just gist. Right now, we finished the show. This one is just gist. So when he came back, he came to meet the rest of us group of friends at this place where we were doing choir. What do they call that thing? When you go to join another choir, like mercenary. Is that what they call it? Mercenary. They packed us to go and join one choir to make their choir big. So he came to join us, Redeemed Christian Church of God. We'll say two.
Oh, Chris Delvan.
I can't remember if he came that time,
It
but
was Central Parish.
yeah, Central Parish.
Oh.
So he now came. And you know,
What's KJ say? What's KJ
I
say?
don't
Wait.
know what KJ say.
KJ say what he said.
He said it's funny how she could not remember if Pastor Chris ever came, but she remembered.
Remember this. You see it.
So he came, and then, of course, he's back, right? Of course, I am like super excited that he's back. But then he hadn't asked me out at that time, right? So I couldn't like just be showing too much excitement. So I intentionally just arrived a little later than the rest of the people when they went to welcome him, you know? But then I was really very happy. Anyway, next day, what happened next day? He took me out, went somewhere, discussed, and that's when that's the first time he tried to ask me out.
I
He
tried.
didn't actually ask me out. He just
I
tried.
tried. I tried.
Yeah. Okay.
First attempt.
Yeah. When at first you don't succeed,
Pick
try.
yourself up and try.
Pick yourself up and try again. Been there, done that. Have the T-shirt to prove it. But you see, in this in trying to wrap this
Yes.
up, it just shows the dynamics in relationship. And if you are going to get into a relationship, you have to study that dynamics. There are highs, there are lows, there are different seasons that you go through
Yeah.
in a relationship. Sometimes things can get too stressful. Life and all that comes with it can choke you or your partner or the relationship. So you have to learn to let each other breathe.
Yeah.
Let's the
All right, everybody. I
Love
think
that.
that's where we'll stop for today. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm just really still like.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, don't worry. We'll continue after. All right.
You perceive, you are seeing. It's okay.
It's been fun having you with us today.
And
And we'll see you next time on Common Sense for Relationships. And remember, like we always say,
say,
common
common
sense
sense
is
is
not
not
so
so
common.
common.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's go. Let's go.